Welcome everyone to Straight from the Paws. Today we have with us again Denise DeVillis-Lopes, but she's in another capacity today. She wears a different hat. I don't know if everyone mentioned that you also are a board member as well. Did we mention that?
I don't know.
Well, you are a board member. You've been with a board member for a while with us, and you are the what do you do? You're the foster coordinator, and today we're going to talk about membership. Okay, so what does membership mean to someone that wants to join Forever Paws?
Membership is a group of people who have added additional support to the shelter through the membership. They in turn get 10% off of our annual event tickets, also 10% off of adoptions, and they get a membership card as well as a really nice sticker for the back of their car indicating that they are members of Forever Paws.
And a lot of people have joined. How many members do we have approximately? 400. 400, so that's not bad. That's a good amount of people. And if people wanted to get on that mailing list, how could they get in touch with you to do that?
They could contact me through the website, Forever Paws website. Okay. They also can call the shelter and somebody will give me that message. Okay. But we do have a mailing that is going to be coming out sometime in late May, early June. And you can submit the bottom portion of that letter with your information. We do accept checks and also ask that you add your phone number, address, and email.
Yeah, and I think that some people say, oh, well, why my email? I'm giving you my address. But the important part about the email is that Ariana and I do a quarterly newsletter. So as a member, you may want to know more about what's going on at Forever Paws. We just put out our spring newsletter. I do a spotlight on either a volunteer or someone in the shelter. This time it was Ariana. And then I do a letter from the president. And then Ariana does something about the animals, a spotlight on the animal or what's going on. And she gave information, because it's kitten season and, rabies and all that stuff going on. So we try to do that. And we do it quarterly. So when you give us your email, then you also receive that through Constant Contact.
That's right.
And I must say, I think we've talked about doing this in the past, and so far Ariana and I think have been doing it for almost 2 years now, and we do it quarterly, and I think it gives you more information what's going on.
That's right.
And we need a lot of support, the shelter.
Yes, we do.
400 sounds like a lot, but we'd like to see that go up to 500 this time around.
Right.
And and some people say, oh, don't worry about the 10%. When it comes to the adoption, whatever they say, not a big deal. But we want and just the notoriety of having that sticker on a car. Mm-hmm. I love when I drive in the city or somewhere and I see the sticker and I'm like, wow.
Get excited.
Yeah, I get excited. I really do. I get excited, and I think that's important for people to understand that we have. We're proud of who we are, and we continue to work within the community, and we're really community oriented based, and it doesn't matter if our local audience would only be here, but we do get membership from people that moved maybe to California and knew about the city and about the shelter and lived here before, and so they'll get back to us. So it doesn't matter where you live. If you have a relative, if you want to, you don't know what to get grandma or auntie for a birthday present or Mother's Day, that might be a nice little gift.
Absolutely, that's a good thought.
Just get them a membership to Forever Paws, and then they continue being members, especially if they're they're animal lovers, I think, and if they've got a dog or animal from our shelter. I think that's important. And I also, Denise, I know you also work with the foster and you work with the membership, but exactly what's the most prevalent thing that you do for the shelter that you think is important?
The fostering program, I think, is so rewarding. When you see the littles go out to the foster care and then they come back and they're playing and they're vibrant, they've been cared for and they're loving, because that socialization in a private home, a calm private home, is paramount to the personality development in the animals.
As a foster parent, I'd like to say that it can be very detrimental. This last group of little puppies that we had, I was heartbroken. and I did not adopt one of the little puppies, and it took me a while to get over it. And I said to you, no more, don't call me for puppies.
But that happens to you a lot.
It does. It does. I do fall for them, and then sometimes, say, well, what? But, once I see them adopted into a good home, and, they send pictures and stuff, and then you say, well, that's a really good feeling. So I agree with you. It is good, but this last one was tough for me.
Yeah.
So I've got to learn to, move a little bit, take a little bit of breather on this one. But we do always need the fosters, and
Yes, we do.
That's really important. And the membership is important. We've talked about membership for many years, and we never seem to get it coordinated. We start it, and then we'd forget about it. We come up with great ideas. Oh, we're going to get tote bags. We're going to do this. We're going to do like the, all the big organizations, MSPCA, and we can't afford to do that.
No, they have a lot of money coming in.
Yeah, they have a lot more money than we do. So, I think the way we're doing it on a smaller scale, I think it's great. I appreciate you doing that, taking that on, because I know it's just another, thing. When we asked you to join the board, I always told you it's only one meeting a month. And
that's all.
That's all it is one meeting a month, and now it's every other month. So, I'm not asking too much, but then, I like to give, as I like to give people titles. And I think titles are important. I think because, when we go to those MAC meetings, and you've gone with Bev and I a couple of times, and we go to those Massachusetts Animal Coalition meetings, and these other groups, these other shelters are talking about, oh, I've got this going on, and I've got, in our human resource department and our other department, and we're sitting there like, oh, I said, well, I have a volunteer coordinator, and I have an outreach coordinator, and I have a membership coordinator, and and we're up there, and we're doing all we have to do.
They're all volunteers.
They're all volunteers. We all volunteer. We're not getting paid like these big organizations, and it's a labor of love.
Yes, it is.
It is a labor of love.
Yes, it is.
And one of our staff members just had a birthday, and her daughter contacted me, and we got invited to her party. It was a surprise party, and her daughters from out of state came in and all that. It was very, very nice. And she said to me the next, yesterday at work, she said, Gail, she said, it was very important to me to have you guys there. She said, it meant a lot to me. She said, because this is like a family.
It is.
She said, we don't go out and socialize sometimes and all that, but we know that if I need something, if I pick up the phone, someone from the shelter will be there. And I think that's what we've become. We've become a team, but we also became a family. And when need be, we all help each other.
I was out for a while because of hip surgery, and the cards and letters and calls and emails was a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
It was, yes, we are a family.
We do care about each other, and we want people to join us. We want people to come in and get involved with us again, and Denise, and even her husband, he helps us for his for our Christmas trees or anything that we need. If we need to do you've done some transports with your husband as well, and that's what it is. It becomes a family. I think a family issue, and I think people have to understand that. So the membership is a very small part of it.
That's right.
But you're a member of a special elite club, as far as I'm concerned.
That's right.
It's a very unique organization, and again, we're not like other places, and we hold our own against them. When we go to MAC, they keep inviting Ariana as a guest speaker because we do so well in our organization. And this past month, February, we had 79 dogs adopted. Animals, I shouldn't say dogs, adopted. We keep going on and on. So I want to thank you for doing the membership. I want to thank you for all that you do for the shelter, and most of all, I want to thank you for being part of our family and our friend. Because I think, we do a lot, but we love doing it. We're not retired. We've just taken a look at our professions and turned around. She went from being a pharmacist to doing all these things, wearing all these hats. And, I went from being an educator to doing what I'm doing today. And can be tiring.
It keeps us young, though.
But it keeps us young. And it keeps us beautiful and inspired.
Okay. Oh, yes.
So thank you for all you do.
You're welcome. Thank
Greatly
you.
appreciate it.